Okay, any questions?
Mayor, just checking in on your continuing negotiations and your conversations with the House about the CR and reversing the plans to cut $1 billion from the city's budget. Tell me, where does that stand right now?
Sure, we continue to work on the issue, and we're hopeful that it'll get resolved.
Have you spoken to Speaker Johnson or his office? Do you have any commitment that he'll actually
I don't have anything more to add to that, Mark.
Have you started, I know you're working on both tracks. How long before you give up hope on the legislation?
We're nowhere near giving up hope on the legislation. Nowhere near giving up hope.
Have you heard more from the White House? Do you expect the president to actually speak on this?
I really don't have anything else to say other than what's already been reported about how supportive the White House is of this fix being resolved.
And moving forward, if things kind of stay stalled as it appears they may be right now, when does this start to have an impact on district services? When do residents start to notice?
I don't know why you would say it appears stalled. It doesn't appear stalled to me. The House is in recess right now, so I don't know how you could say it's stalled.
Is there a timeline for when it looks like residents could start to see impacts from this on city services?
No, I have nothing to report about that.
Have you been part of any discussions that would change? There's been some reporting that the House might be receptive to some type of legislation that gives you flexibility, doesn't go as far as the Senate legislation does, but backs off.
Mark, our expectation is that the House takes up the bill that the Senate passed, and that's what we will argue for.
And can I ask an off-topic question of both you and the Chancellor?
Sure.
You were both greeted here today by the Baloo Marching Band. The band director, Mr. Watson, has been at the helm of that organization for 30 years now. He's celebrating 30 years there. Can both of you just kind of talk about what he means to that program and what the Baloo Marching Band means to the city?
Well, the Baloo Marching Band is... it's a storied operation. A number of kids, I don't even know how many, but it must be hundreds of kids, have gone through that program, learning their instruments, learning how to perform, and traveling around the country and around the world. It's a testament to the teachers and professionals at DC Public Schools. In 30 years, that would make him just a baby. And so we want to make sure, just like we do with all of our schools, students, and staff, that we know that our band leader knows how much he is loved and supported in DC Public Schools.
Yeah. I echo the sentiment from the mayor. Truly a life changer. I got an opportunity to see Baloo host the band competition, and the way the students have shown up, always been impressed. I think he's been a tremendous boost to the students in their musical journey, but also just as young people. And you know, a significant relationship with the adult outside the home goes a long way with our young people. But I also know this, Mark, when people say they retire, they always change their mind. So he hadn't told me that personally, so I look forward to having that discussion with him. But many of our educators who have signaled that they want to retire often change their mind and they come back and do another school year. So hopefully he'll do that for us as well.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
How do you feel about this assistant for resources when it comes to federal workers have been lately?
I can't hear you.
How do you feel about the assistance for federal workers have been lately?
Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. How do you feel about the resources for assistance for federal workers has been going?
What resources are you referring to?
I'm Jade Lawson with 7 News. As far as resources, making sure that federal workers are able to find new jobs within the city that have been laid off lately.
Well, we have put up a website, and somebody is going to remind me what it's called. Fedsupport.dc.gov. That is a hub for information for DC residents. And I think DC residents are being connected to that so that they know what their rights are, how to access unemployment, and also how to access job resources. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.